There's a quick video about a part of guitar playing that once upon a time didn't exist, and then did exist, and now it's certainly not as prevalent as it was. And what I'm talking about is the humble string bend, right? I can remember being a teenager and flubbing about on the guitar, and the only luck I had, I was about 14 or 15, was if my friends played an A chord, I could go. Played in a significantly more amateurish style than that, which doesn't really bear thinking about, but so it's an F sharp and an A, but the stress is changing, so you're going. And if I hadn't made the leap of faith to go, it would have been a lot better, but I didn't realise that. And then one day, around the same time, I was sitting just flubbing about with the notes. And for some reason I went, and it was like a huge door to a cave had been opened, like open sesame. It was like, whoa! And it was like, the sound of my heroes has been bestowed upon me. And obviously not quite by a million miles, but you get what I'm saying. I suddenly found that the guitar had the possibility, the facility, to not just go. You could go. And then it's quite a short step to go. Where you're pulling the 6th note, and you're also pulling the C note slightly sharp. Right? Now those are half step bends. That is, you're bending the note 1 fret. So instead of going, you're going. For a while it was more common to go, which should be. Although in recent times we've definitely gone back to really going back to those kind of sleazy, and unless you're Johnny Thunders, that one, the 6th, that only goes half a tone. Unless you're Johnny Thunders, he used to press it on the whole tone. But that one's not even. That's not even a half tone. That's in that what I like to call indiscriminate pitch, which is great. Like when Danny Johnson and Sailor goes. It's like we're coming off one scale. It's actually in G. We're not up as high as D. We're not even as high as C sharp. And he's playing off that and he's playing with the pitches, right? So we've got these bends, and it becomes a staple of guitar playing, right? And then you find that the guys you like, when they bend a note, it doesn't just sit there. Guys don't go. Right? When they bend a note, it goes. And it does that, and you go, whoa, that's better. But it's pretty hard to do. So please forgive me if anyone knows this, but if you're struggling with that, and I guess millions of people are, millions of people don't do this, because this style that I'm talking about, it has fallen from grace. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And probably somebody referring to it as boomer bends doesn't help. But anyway, if you want to practice that thing, the and it doesn't need much of a space, because every bender has got a little bit of vibrato, and there's a tiny little time frame to get that in. It's not like you've got time to go, but you've got. You can still get that bending, right? If you want to learn an exercise, if you like, to help you do that. The best way to do it is to find your pitch. Right, you can do it like, there's a D note. Let's go in here. You know, we're looking for that sort of nasty lick, right? So the pitch we're looking for is, so we just bend the note, 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 right? But then you have to put the vibrato on it. Now, if you watch what happens to your hand, suddenly you've got all the strength of your fingers, because you use the 3 fingers to reinforce the bend. If you try and bend a string like that with 1 finger, it'll be really hard. And putting a finger vibrato on it will be doubly, trebly, quadruply hard, right? So get your fingers in a line, right, to go, and you can do the vibrato. Find the pitch by going up as slowly as you can. Got it, right? And then once you get to the target pitch, put the shake on, and you'll find when you start it, sadly, this will happen. So it's like your hand's running away from you. So, initially you've got good grip of the thing, everything's cool. And then when you start to do the shake, you'll find it's much harder and the note runs away. So it sounds like, and the pitch goes, right? We don't want that. So the idea is to go. So although the string's fighting you, you can grip it and give it a shake, right? Now, there's lots of different vibratos. There's like a very sort of tiny, like that, or there's more of, just bigger shake, On a video a couple of years ago, I said that if you listen to Paul Kossor's vibrato on Oh I Wept, it's very controlled. It's like, 2 or 3 years later, on Catch a Train, it's like, different Paul, different vibrato, right? So if you were of a mind to practice that and get a better shake, and Gary Moore, I think, had one of the best ever. Most of the classic rock guitar players I like have that, in their arsenal. They can press the string and give it a real shake. A lot of great players don't, but a lot of great players do. Steve Lukather in Hold the Line, there's that great bit where he goes, if you think how insipid that would be if he first of all didn't bend the note, well, that would be ridiculous. But if he didn't put the vibrato on it, it would sound terrible, right? But so far we've done a half tone, and the indiscriminate pitch. So there's a bit half tone mid, indiscriminate pitch. Right? Full tone bend. So here's a big question: how far can you bend the strings on a guitar? And the answer to that is as far as you want, it, right? And we're coming into Albert King territory. Albert King obviously played left-handed guitar upside down and pulled. So for a bend for Albert, he would be pulling. Doyle Bramhall does the same thing, and to get that sound, you'll find a lot of people will do a 4-fret bend, right? Steve Lukather, with the that. So we're actually going right. So the G is going as high up as the B. Then if you grab it with 1 string, go, You know, we're getting that sound where the D note is becoming F sharp. So what we're actually playing is, but it's like, and then giving it a shake, you get that 4th fret bend, right? These are new strings on this guitar. So, let's take an A and we bend the C a whole tone. Right? What if we go further? Right, now this time we're going. Right, you see what we're doing now? We're going A, C, D, E flat E. But we're doing it a bend. We're just doing a bigger bend. And we're doing that. And we get into the Leslie West territory, like in Flowers of Evil, where Leslie plays that. And he bends it. So he bends it tone, lets it down, and then gives it a shake. You'll see sometimes my elbow. It's in D when Leslie plays it. And then you give it a shake. Right? So there we've got whole tone, tone and a half. Very bluesy, right? Right? Or we can do the whole 2 tones. Right? Now you can also use these bends to then go back after the bend to play a lick, like I really like that one I got off John McCurry on a John Waite record. You like that, so you can do the whole tone bend, lay down, but you can do the, and you get that kind of sound, right? And it just opens up a whole lot more. So, to sum up, half tone bend, 1 fret bend. So we're playing. And pull on the C. So without the bend. With the bend. Whole tone bend with vibrato, right? 2 and a half, and that's like the sort of phrase that you'd use to come into a blues, like 1, 2, 3. And then you're into kind of rump-a-dump, right? And then, as I say, the Steve Lukather. Which is like 2 whole steps bends. As I say, you're actually playing. What we're doing. And as long as you get the bends landing on the pitch, and as I say, the Leslie one is a classic example of that, you're absolutely sailing. So that was just a little run through of different ways, in my opinion, and it's purely my opinion, to bend the string on a guitar. And we didn't even do the Johnny Thunders one.